no need to fight tonight. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay, today. Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay.
Fuck what you heard! It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen.
TV Doughboy goes for the flash kick onto Hayabusa. He misses the seismic shove, and he's gonna land the two-man tectonic disruption, and barrier means that he's actually gonna be able to pick up a kill by himself. Their guitar throws down the time bomb and forces the Zanya's out. The Dark Death is fighting K-Trillion, but he has a lot of lifesteal. Wow! Bloodthirster coming in. The subject had already expired. Guitars goes down. Quadro kill goes over to the Dark Dun. Might be the go signal for Retribution to start up the Baron as soon as Jack recalls and shows clearing the bomb side. As soon as he recalls, they start off this Baron. It is going to be spotted out by a ward on the side of Team Landsnake. PB Doughboy looking for the steal. They clear out the ward, so he has no vision here. He is going to be stunned up by Temper Fate, however, and Echo Voice throws out Final Spark and steals the Baron! PB Doughboy once again positioning out the side. Temper Fate can come across, Decimating Smash knocks him up. And Echo Voice throws down the... Again! He steals the Baron again! Final Spark cuts across! But here comes Hecarim, he guts exhaust onto the Ezreal. Oblivious backing away, but here's Trueheart! Trueheart is obliterating the health bars of Team Landsnake! He gets them all down, the shutdown onto the Lux.
Don't be begging for your life, cause that's a lost cause. High stakes, body armor, suicide, boy. It's the time for games and it's the time to kill. Make up your mind, baby, cause the time is here. Capital murder, capital letters. Yeah, she catching my vibe, but she can't fathom my cheddar. Need a couple gang members for these new endeavors. From this point on, anything we do together. Body on the corner, million in the trunk.
Oh, here we go. Internet, hello, good evening, good morning. That's what I say all the time, but it is the evening. This is our first stream
Gold Cap
of
today.
the OKLCS split numero dos.
Yep.
I'm Agent A2, and this is Jack Self's Lamp. You know who he is. Today is Sunday, so that means that we will be streaming the first week of Gold Capped of the second split of the OKLCS. Let us run down it real quick for you in case you're watching, you don't know what's going on. So this is the second split of the OKLCS. From 4 teams first split, we have upgraded to 8 teams per league. So 8 gold cap teams, 8 diamond cap teams for a total of 16. Moved to a best of 3 format, single round robin, meaning each team will play every other team once. 7 weeks in total.
Yep, and then finals, playoffs and finals.
Playoffs and finals.
Cool.
As opposed to basically what we had was just a best of 5 between... Was it best of 5 or best of 3 last time?
It was best of 3 last time.
Okay, best of 3 between the top 2 teams. We'll actually have playoffs this time.
Yep.
In a format to be determined. Anyways, we are jumping right into our first game of the night. From Gold Cap, we will be looking at... What?
You can go ahead and click it.
Okay, how do I do this, actually?
I got you. There you go.
There, got it. We will be jumping into our first game of the night, which will be Pigs May Fly.
Pigs Might Fly.
Pigs Might Fly versus Jubermensch. Pigs Might Fly, one of the new teams coming in to fill in the 4 open spots of the Gold Cap division. Jubermensch, the returning team in this regard. Jubermensch having played in last split. They came in 3rd place last split out of the 4 teams. Were unfortunately unable to win their way into the finals, just 1 game away.
1 game. There was a 3-way tie between the top 3 teams in both Diamond Capped and Gold Capped last season. I'm gonna fiddle with this setting right here.
What are we doing?
It's good. We're gonna roll with it.
Okay.
We're reordering the champions right now.
We'll be jumping into that just very soon. Again, we are coming back after a break, so
getting
bear
back
with us.
into it.
Yeah. All right. So, let's just
Yeah,
take us into this
in-game
one.
scene. Yep, and then
Excellent.
click back over.
Yep.
All right.
And here we go, the first game of the night, Jubermensch on blue side versus PIGZ on red side.
Yep.
Again, these are best of 3 series. We will be only showing 1 game per series for the sake of us not going insane by streaming up to 12 games a night. 2 nights a week, every week for 7 weeks.
Yeah, the little bar you see on your screen, by the way, last split when we streamed, we just rolled with it. But that's a bar that shows you at what point you are towards the end of the game. And so to prevent you guys from seeing how close the end of the game is, we just threw down a little bar.
Last time we kind of just hoped you didn't notice.
This time, threw down a bar. No spoilers. Watch the game.
All right, here we go. So, we have on our returning team Jubermensch. In the top lane, we have Martian Cthulhu playing Quinn this game. In the jungle, 4Alch on Rek'Sai. In the mid lane, Jubermensch of Team Jubermensch playing Vigar. At AD carry, 4Pat playing Jinx. And at support, IC4 on this Janna pick.
Whoops. Boop.
Alright, I will continue then. On the red side, we have our newcomers, PIGZ Might Fly. In the top lane, we have Rembones playing Gnar this particular game. In the jungle, Mormon v Slayer playing Nautilus.
We do not support slaying Mormons.
Yes, of course not. In the mid lane, OG Camel Rider on Orianna. It AD carry General Vici on this Twitch pick. And at support, Erevan on Karma. So we will adjust how we refer to these players as we see fit. Either way, let's go ahead and look at these teams. Since this is lane phase, there's not a whole lot to talk about.
I mean, as far as team comps go, something we can talk about now.
Yeah,
on the
no, that's
side
what I-
of
that's what I was talking about.
On the side of PIGZ, we got a pretty good team fight comp. Orianna, team fight ult. Twitch, team fight ult. Gnar, team fight ult. Karma brings a lot of like team-wide mobility with her mantra to E. And then Nautilus, who after the buffs to his ultimate depth charge a few patches ago, that now applies full CC to everyone hit along the way, so it's a much better team fight.
Yeah, but actually, if you ask me, I actually prefer Jubermensch's team composition for team fighting. They have a whole lot of zoning power in terms of IC4's Janna, Vigar with the Event Horizon. Yeah. They can really control where the enemy team ends up in a team fight.
Yeah, Event Horizon and Janna, that helps keep the PIGZ off of the backline of Jubermensch for quite a lot of the game.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of backline too. Vigar, Quinn, Janna, Jinx. A lot of backline, but they have pretty good champions to help facilitate keeping those guys.
The thing is, I'm not a big... I mean, it is great to have a lot of AoE in your team composition, but if you rely way too much on Wombo to win your team fight, it's just not as effective. 4Pat missing a little bit of CS here, just not spacing his autos out to match the turret. He's just missed the cannon minion there, really unfortunately. Oh, 4Alch here coming in to knock up Rembones. He crunches away, he gets knocked up, forced the flash away. He stuns up 4Alch with the wallop. The Thunderlord's proc, the flash forward. Ooh. He's not going to get the kill. The last Harrier proc, not able to be procced.
10 out of 10, recommend getting some attack speed in your runes on Quinn. That situation you just saw there happens a lot. As a champion, Quinn seems to have like kind of a slow attack animation. And if you don't take that, you end up missing a lot of Harrier procs in the early game.
This is unfortunate. Martian Cthulhu looking to try and set up a freeze here after Rembones forced a recall. Rembones sort of having a difficulty deciding what to build, it looks like. He just bought and sold a Ruby Crystal in favor of getting that Doran's Blade for a little bit of early power. Jubermensch actually going to be handed off the first blue buff, seeing as Rek'Sai not a champion that really needs it in order to clear. Mormon V-Slayer with this somewhat unusual pick in this particular game. Nautilus not really seen that much in the jungle anymore, more seen as a top laner or a support pick, just because his clear is not particularly fast. He does have excellent ganks, but if you don't make anything happen, you're just going to start falling behind in terms of experience to the enemy jungler. On most meta junglers,
Yeah,
of course. If they're playing a non-meta jungler, then they're the same. You know?
It's about the same, yeah.
Alright, General Vici throwing out the Venom Cask. Tags IC4 with an auto attack, but not a whole lot of trading going back and forth. 4Pat preferring to just catch up on that CS. He is down about 9 right now, and it's only going to get worse as this lane pushes in towards the bottom lane of PIGZ.
Alright, since we just started our first stream, I'm going to take a moment to double check the audio. So I'll be right back.
Alright, alright. So not a whole lot here. Mormon Beastslayer looking towards this top lane. He is going to be spotted out by a ward right here. I don't know if Martian Cthulhu is really paying attention, though. He is going to get the Hyper Proc onto Rembones. Rembones going in a little bit. He hops over a minion back to safety. Martian Cthulhu here is trying to get away from Mormon Beastslayer, but here's the teleport coming in from Jubermensch, actually, to dissuade it. He probably... Oh! He actually goes through with it. I think Jubermensch really ought to have canceled that one after they backed away. He had already achieved his purpose of saving his top laner. Now he's just missing out on CS in the mid lane. Yeah, not the best decision by Jubermensch to let that teleport go all the way through. And now both solo laners recalling. They're missing out on quite a few minions in both the top and mid lanes. And 4Pat just having a little bit of difficulty last hitting these minions. General Vici beginning to pull really far ahead now. A little late on that shield from Aravan there. Didn't actually block that zap damage, but not too much to come across. Alright, 4 Algis here, but OG Camel Rider actually is going to get spotted out now. He gets the shield forward, he flashes the tornado, flashes forward, shockwaves 4Pat. 4Pat not actually taking too much damage. The Summoner Heal came out, exhaust goes down on General Vici. A little unnecessary there, seeing as he'd already turned away.
Yeah, with the help of that heal and that Janus shield, even though he got caught by that Orianna ultimate, he was able to get out of there relatively scot-free.
I actually don't think he needed to flash there. There was no more damage coming out from OG Camel Rider. Not a lot came out to begin with. He was probably okay to just back away. And they do succeed in wasting a lot of the mid laner of PIGZ time, as Jubermensch manages to push the wave into the tower. Martian Cthulhu takes a little bit of an attack. He does get the Thunderlords and the Harrier proc, so nice trade onto Rembones there.
Yeah, after Orianna's roam, it looks like Vigar picked up a wave and a half or so over her in CS.
General Vici moving forward aggressively, throws out the Venom Cast, gonna get knocked up by that tornado. The Mantra Q, 4Pat stands in it to take the second proc. Really needs to just pay attention to where the abilities are landing. You don't really want to take that free damage there. Alright. Mormon Beastslayer now looking at this bottom lane. He actually is looks to be starting off this dragon with the help of Aravan there. I don't think Jubermensch actually know this is going on. 4Pat just happy to keep the wave at his tower, allows General Vici and Aravan to move up here and start helping Mormon Beastslayer with his dragon. 4 Ouch drops a pink ward. Now he knows what's going on, but Mormon Beastslayer very low here. He pops up the shield and backs away. I don't think that they can continue this, seeing as the members of Jubermensch are now collapsing in. General Vici goes invisible, but the Air Dragon doing so much damage to the members of PIGZ right now. And they are forced to back away. That's a lot of time by the members of PIGZ wasted as Jubermensch takes the time to catch up here. Mormon Beastslayer going to hand off the blue buff over to OG Camel Rider.
Yeah, talking about that Nautilus clear. Sitting about half health, 4th mana, 3rd mana, something like that.
Yeah, they took so much damage from that dragon, just sort of wandering around it, just trying to decide if they could take it or not. Right, Jubermensch just happy to continue farming up his Baleful Strike to get that bonus ability power. Throws out Event Horizon. OG Camel Rider does not get stunned. He Command Protects, actually trades back very nicely. Doesn't take any damage, actually.
You did a good job of staying outside the range of that. Dark Matter, is it?
Yeah, Dark Matter's the one that falls.
Gotcha.
And OG Camel Rider doing a good job catching back up in terms of CS. He's only down about 3 right now. Probably equate to about 4 as the wave pushes in towards Jubermensch. 4Ouch in the mid lane, just passing through.
Yeah, 4Ouch and Nautilus headed towards each other. Nautilus going to spot this pink ward. Let's see if 4Ouch goes to interrupt him.
He is going to spot him out in Prey Seeker. He's going to start aggressing onto him. A lot more trading power on that Rek'Sai to begin with at this point in the game. As well as the fact that his mid laner was first to collapse compared to OG Camel Rider. But Mormon V Slayer happy to just walk away. He's still tanky enough that he doesn't really have to worry about too much. And Vorpat now down about 24 CS as General Vici and Erevan go aggressive onto them. He lands the Q. He's gonna root him up pretty soon here. He gets interrupted by Monsoon, IC4 to disengage the fight before any more damage came in.
That's probably a good
Wise
decision. When that root went down, Twitch was gonna get in melee range, pop the ult, and nothing 4Pat could have done would have been able to get him out of range.
IC4 really should have saved his Howling Gale there. Because no damage was coming out of General Vici when he used it, so he kind of just wasted it, instead of using it to interrupt the damage coming out. Uh-oh, okay, OG Camel Rider here in the mid lane, or bottom lane rather, he jumps forward, misses the shockwave. That was very optimistic from OG Camel Rider. The mid laner of PIGZ going for these roams into the bottom lane, not really a whole lot coming out of it though.
Alright, Orianna trying to get a little bit of vision around the dragon. Did she spot that pink ward? Yes, she did.
Oh yeah, they knew it was there from the last time they tried to take the dragon. 4Ouch gonna spot out that Tri-Brush. JUE kind of missing out on these event horizons today.
Yeah, it's not the easiest of skill shots to hit, but it doesn't matter if you're good at hitting it on a single target. When a team fight breaks out,
It's
drop
gonna be
it.
a strong zoning.
Yes,
tool.
drop it on your team, on your back line. Drop it
Rembone's
between
about
the
to go
teams.
Mega here. I don't know if Martian Cthulhu really wants to trade with him until he knows that there's no threat of the Gnar coming in. And actually, Martian Cthulhu falling behind about 10 CS just as a result of the natural lane, so Rembone's coming out ahead in this matchup. Alright, Event Horizon, and the thing is, when you're trying to use it in, if you are trying to use it in lane, first off, that puts you at a huge risk. Of course, JUE having a decent amount of vision around the mid lane. Uh-oh, never mind, forget it, because Mormon V Slayer snuck into a brush here. I don't think the members of JUE know that he's there. The Event Horizon does land this time. OG Camel Rider going to take a decent chunk of damage. The Command Protect keeps him alive. The flash forward from JUE traded the flash away from OG Camel Rider. Mormon V Slayer still lurking around this bottom lane. The
Super out looking around the back too.
Yeah,
gonna
Super
try and get
It's going to go wide. 4Ouch is not going to find him.
Oh.
He is going to land the Prey Seeker. It's not going to be enough to catch him out.
Oh,
And 4Pat moving a little bit forward here. Mormon V Slayer is going to land the Dredge.
There's a teleport
coming in from behind from Rembones. And General Vici just shredding through 4Pat here. First Blood goes over to the AD carry of PIGZ. IC4 uses that Monsoon to keep himself alive. Event Horizon goes down. Does not stun up anybody. That teleport really kind of wasted once again by JUE. Alright, so 4Ouch has made his way into the bottom lane here just to try and help his team hold this tower. They aren't going to lose it. Actually, Martian Cthulhu, as a result of that teleport, has used Quinn to push the wave in top. Rembone's recall going to be interrupted there. He hops away, moves back to safety.
Yeah, interrupting a back like that is actually pretty important. That buys Quinn probably an entire another wave or to push
the wave
into the tower.
Isn't quite into the tower. He interrupts it again. Event Horizon goes down around the support. Erevan just moving around, avoiding getting stunned up there.
Yeah, sometimes when you're in a situation like this and your back might get interrupted, it's better to just walk as far as you can away.
Yeah, and they actually give up first tower for that one.
Yeah.
Martian Cthulhu picks it up in the top lane. Oh, 4Ouch here getting caught by Mormon V Slayer. He does land the Dredge line, but he saves the tunnel wisely, knowing it won't get interrupted anymore.
Good plays by JUE there, trying to interrupt the backs as best they could, even once it started getting under the tower.
Yeah,
give
the
their,
pink
the
ward
chance
does
to get the,
secure vision around
tower.
this Cloud Drake, though. And JUE are lurking around here. OG Camel Rider does have the command Shockwave, but Mormon V Slayer once again taking quite a bit of damage from this dragon as he tries to tank it up. He's down to less than half. General Vici now here trying to auto it down. There's a pink ward and a teleport coming in from Martian Cthulhu. Members of PIGZ backing away here. They don't want to go for anything here. All 5 members of Jubermensch now secure the dragon. Event Horizon goes down, allowed a lot of members. The Shockwave pulls in Jubermensch, but he's already pilled up Mormon Beastslayer with the Primordial Burst.
That Vygar ult does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's an execute now, so Mormon Beastslayer take way too much damage from that dragon. They were too hesitant to commit fully onto it. They probably could have gotten it. They either need to take it or they need to commit to the fight, but instead they lurked around Event Horizon. It's gonna stun them both up. 4-Ouch flashes for the knockup, and IC4 gonna secure the kill onto OG Camel Rider Airvan, going very low. He gets the shield, and he is gonna go down to 4-Pat. 4-Ouch tanking it up and backs away nicely. 2 kills go over to Jubermensch and this tower, pulling ahead 2 towers to 0. They picked up that dragon. They picked up 3 kills in that whole exchange.
Yeah, they're making really good picks.
General Vici here, he's gonna unload onto 4-Pat, but the Event Horizon zones him away. He can't continue the chase.
Yeah, we didn't really touch on it very much at the beginning, but when we were talking about their ability to protect their backline with some zone control, like the I forget the name of Vygar's cage.
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, thank you. And Janna's Tornado and her Monsoon. You've also got the Jinx Flame Chompers, which it's pretty underrated, but that is CC that's pretty good zone control, especially if it's just coming out of an AD carry. Not many AD carries have access to that in their kits.
little bit less familiar with Vygar than some of the Vygars we saw during the first split of the OKLCS. He's been missing a lot of these Event Horizons. You kind of want to try and place it so that it comes up and stuns them immediately. They don't even have to walk.
He did have some good ones over in the jungle. He caught 2 members and kept Nautilus trapped in the center as they took him out.
So there's the farm alarm coming out from the Rek'Sai as he uses the Void Rush to go back and start farming up the jungle once again. IC4 here to just help Jubermensch in case Mormon Beastslayer were able to get onto him. Jubermensch actually going to be handed off the blue buff once again by 4-Ouch. Double tunnels just for the fun of it. Alright, so all in all, Jubermensch pulling ahead as a result of their 2-tower lead as well as that dragon they stole away, but huge CS deficit in the bottom lane, about 50, just over 50 here now, actually almost 60 in favor of General Vici over 4-Pat. 4-Pat having a really rough time last hitting in the lane. He's really fallen behind. The Youmuu's Ghostblade already finished for General Vici. He is going to be hitting a pretty strong spike here. Going to be able to actually like take out most of the members of Jubermensch if he can get onto them.
Yeah, not very much armor being built, and the armor pins as we know and have talked about before, are very effective against targets not building armor.
Low armor targets. Huge vision advantage though around the river in favor of PIGZ Might Fly. The 1 pink ward on this side for Jubermensch. PIGZ Might Fly generally just have a significant lead in terms of vision, meaning that they do want to fight in that river area where they have that advantage.
Yeah, Martian Cthulhu down in the bot lane, getting some split pushing, but as he starts to see some of the members break away, he's backing off as quick as he can before that Twitch can come down.
Good to push the wave into the tower, deny some CS, puts a little bit of, what's the word, tick damage onto the tower. Dredgeline missed the Event Horizon. He's going to keep Mormon. Whoa, there's the Primordial Burst. Comes across once again. And that's a lot of damage going down onto the tank. He has no resistances right now, just flat health, meaning the Primordial Burst is really effective.
Yeah, that Event Horizon didn't even stun him, but when you have such a big character model, it's kind of hard to not get stunned and dodge Dark Matter in that little space you have available to you.
Yeah, and something I really am not super... this is not something I really endorse. The boots of mobility on the Nautilus. Boots of mobility not really that effective of a boots anymore. With how valuable movement speed is in combat now, boots of mobility, they give you more movement across the map, but they actually give you less than any other boots while you're in combat, and they give you no defensive stats. So not really something I really recommend, even as the jungler. I think Ninja Tabi would be very effective, or Ninja Tabi or Mercury's Chest. There's a lot of CC with that Event Horizon. There's a lot of auto attack based damage on the Quinn, on the Jinx. I think I'd opt for the Ninja Tabis this game. A lot of members of Jubermensch here getting ready to dive General Vici. They just zone him away with their presence. He is still invisible though and sticking around. I think they might have overstayed their welcome here. Dredgeline lands onto Jubermensch. The Event Horizon goes down but doesn't catch anybody. Shockwave misses everyone as well. Depth Charge knocks them all up. The Monsoon to disengage the fight. Rembones is here. IC4 gets rooted up and he is going to go down to that last auto attack coming out of Rembones. The flash forward from Rembone's here to get the slow onto 4-Ouch, and 4-Ouch knows he's going down. He has the Frozen Mallet. Jupermensch trying to run for his life. They do get the tower in the bottom lane, but Martian Cthulhu and 4Pat unable to join the fight. Jupermensch still running away. I think he is going to make it out of there.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to break away, just push down mid, maybe get some damage on the turret now that a lot of members on the side of Jupermensch are dead or
but
preoccupied.
that was incredibly overstay by the members of Jupermensch. Sure, they had people zoning them away from the tower, but at that point, when you spend that much time hanging around the tower, then that gives the enemy time to collapse on you. You had the tower zoning away both your AD carriers from the fight. They couldn't help, meaning that 4-Ouch, IC4, and Jupermensch got collapsed on by 5 members of
Ooh, it
PIGZ.
looks like we might see a 5-man dive here on the tier 2, or I guess it's
the first tier.
Yeah, first tier. First tier tower on the
But
bot
the
side.
dredge line just missed, so that's not a whole lot of engage available.
Jan is here, Monsoon not available. She's still got exhaust in her
They're
tornadoes.
not. I don't think they're going to be able to dive so easily here. Members of Jupermensch are collapsing on the area, although Jupermensch is spotted on this pink ward. Event Horizon is not there. The dredge line goes wide.
Now, a lost fight here would be devastating because Infernal Dragon scaled pretty well as the game goes on. And losing a fight now would probably mean giving up
But
the
PIGZ
Inferno.
Might Fly going to give up their position on this area.
They do have very good vision control of it, currently.
Yeah.
But IC4 going to come in here and do his best to get rid of some of that.
And they are going to secure the Scuttle Crab. So PIGZ Might Fly do have this vision advantage in the area around Dragon, but 2 of their members just backed. I don't know if Jupermensch even know this, so it looks like they don't know this, so they are not going to be starting off this Infernal Dragon.
I'm just waiting for 4Pat to come and pick up the red buff. There he goes.
That's one of the worst things as a jungler. And then the person you're trying to give it to is like, oh, I missed it, and your red buff took it. Oh man, now it's your fault, because I couldn't burst it appropriately. Alright, 68 CS now in favor of General Vici over 4Pat. 4Pat really needs to step up his last hitting game here. 4-Ouch, oh, he's gonna get caught by a Death Brush. Shockwave used, actually, to pull him back in. He is gonna go down eventually. He does go down. And Jupermensch, actually, what are you doing here? Depth Charge pulls him in. Jupermensch goes for the Primordial Burst onto the wrong target. And gives up his life for essentially no reason. There's no reason why you should be in that corridor there when your jungler gets caught. You're just gonna get caught and burst yourself. So, really just bad positioning by the mid laner of Jupermensch. Yeah, and that means Infernal Drake is going to be picked up by the members of PIGZ Might Fly, evening up the dragon count. They are still up 2 towers in favor of Jupermensch, but that could all change very soon. 4 members of PIGZ Might Fly headed towards the bottom lane to force that down. Void Rush is going to lead 4-Ouch over to his blue buff, which it looks like he's going to secure for himself. No, he's going for the wolves. That picks up the tower for PIGZ Might Fly. And they are going to go ahead and recall. Alright, so Mormon Beastslayer, after his Cinderhulk and his Boots of Mobilities, picked up the Banshee's Veil, just trying to keep himself sturdy through those Event Horizon, through any of those burst abilities that Jupermensch might throw at him. OG Camel Rider looks to be building towards the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, now the mainstay second item of Orianna after that Mana Sustain item. Jupermensch already picks up his Zonya's Hourglass to complement his own Morellonomicon. Runel's Hurricanes on both 80 carries, but the completed Youmuu's Ghostblade compared to only some of the makings of the Infinity Edge onto 4Pat, and not to mention that you still kind of want more than 2 items out onto the Jinx before she really comes online. General Vici is going to still continue to shred through the entire team of Jupermensch here. Martian Cthulhu has his own Youmuu's Ghostblade and looks to be building towards the armor penetration build that probably will be going towards the Dustblade of Drakthar. On the side of Rembone's Gnar, he has the Frozen Mallet, looks to be building towards the second damage item customary on Gnar, the Black Cleaver. Martian Cthulhu, oh, 4Pat gets caught. Immediate Flash away. General Vici gets exhausted. The shockwave actually Zanya'd by Jubermensch, but he is going to go down anyway. No, he's not. He's going to flash away. Flash over Morbin V Slayer to get the route onto IC4. General Vici has gone down here. Rembones is there. He's going to get stunned up by Event Horizon. He's going to get the shield. Not too much damage, seeing as the Dark Matter did not land. They trade 1 for 0. General Vici a little out of position there, committing a little bit too hard. Rembone's going to teleport to stop the split push from 4-Alch.
4-Alch probably going to try and pick up the blue buff if he can, while Rimbones clears that bot wave. Pretty good fight. Pretty good flashes out of Jubermensch to keep themselves alive there, and General Vici just got too far away from his team. And they picked him
he
off.
sees OG Camel Rider, flashes forward, gets the solo kill, seeing as he's at about 3rd health. IC4 moving forward here. He goes out. Vorpat moves a little too far forward, gets dredge lined under the tower, and he's gonna be okay. He has the Eye of the Storm shield. But keep in mind, General Vici is still back up. He comes out of invisibility, clears out that minion wave, funneling a lot of gold onto this AD carry here. Alright, once again, the farm alarm rings. 4-Alch actually goes into the enemy jungle just to get some distance out. Martian Cthulhu gonna be moving up towards the top lane to cut off Rembones. And they find a pink ward, so Mormon V Slayer gonna take that out before he starts off this blue buff to hand over to OG Camel Rider. Alright, so 3 members of Jubermensch pushing in the mid lane as Martian Cthulhu goes to answer Rembones in the top lane. I don't think he can 1v1 Rembones, seeing as Rembones has the 2-kill to 1 plus a decent CS lead. He's going to be really hard to deal with as Gnar, how naturally tanky he is at this point in the game. Alright. OG Camel Rider in the bottom lane. The Event Horizon goes out, is not even going to catch that Banshee's Veil, but the Baleful Strike will. Rembone's catching 4-Alch here in the bottom lane, or in the jungle rather. And Dreschline not having the range to catch Jubermensch off the side there. So both solo laners of PIGZ in the side lanes here. Jubermensch not really doing much in the mid lane to make use of that. Their own top laner had recalled, is zooming out of the base now with a completed Duskblade of Drakthar. The ZZ Rot from 4-Alch going to be used to push out some of these waves. Looks like it was found previously. I didn't quite catch where he put it last. So we are going to have a little bit of a lull in the action as these teams sort of size themselves up. Rylai's Crystal Scepter finished on OG Camel Rider. Let's see if that makes a difference in any following fights. Dragon spawning in 12 seconds. Jubermensch do secure the Scuttle Crab for it. Martian Cthulhu zooming between top and mid, trying to see where he needs to go. Does he need to split push? Does he need to join his team? He's trying to figure that out. Rembone's going to be joining his team pretty soon here. Mormon V Slayer gets the ball. He lands the dredge line, not actually landing it, just throws it out. And Jubermensch a little out of position here. Used the Event Horizon already. Mormon V Slayer moving forward. He lands the depth charge onto 4-Pat. It is going to knock him up, but it's not going to be too much. And the Monsoon stops the Rembone's dash. The Event Horizon goes down. Not too much damage. The dark, actually, about half of Rembone's health off of that Dark Matter. He is about to go Mega, so they still don't really want to fight at this time.
Yeah, that was pretty close call there. Orianna popped the Ghost. Nautilus got the depth charge off on 4-Pat, and they were booking it. Good ult by IC4 to secure the disengage.
That was a good Monsoon to disengage. Event Horizon, you need to be a little bit more conservative than I think Jubermensch has been. It was really lucky he didn't get punished for that bad when he placed a second ago. And he's just been putting them down really unnecessarily there. They're not going to get any kills from it. Mormon V Slayer knows he's spotted out, backs away. Members of Jupermensch now setting up for this dragon. It is Ocean Dragon, so not the most important, especially since landing phase seems to be pretty much over. But it is going to go over to Jupermensch here, more than likely. 4Pat a little out of position here. He's going to get jumped on right now, and he's going to get rooted up, catches the dredge line, and he's going to get shredded down by General Vici. Rembone's the one who picks up that kill. Martian Cthulhu left in the dragon pit, goes down to the shockwave of OG Camel Rider. 2 for 0 in favor of Pigs Might Fly. They lose the Ocean Dragon, but not that big a deal.
Ocean Dragon, not worth putting yourself in such a dangerous position
and
like
4Pat
that.
just in such a bad position there. Easily jumped on. Event Horizon catches 2, but Mormon Beastslayer flashes forward to root up Jupermensch. He does get the Zanya's Hourglass. He might have to flash away. Rembones did go very low there. He did not have the mana for Primordial Burst to finish him off before Zanya'sing. And OG Camel Rider catches the Command Protect. I think that Jupermensch do have to concede this tower, especially since the teleport from Rembone's coming back in. Event Horizon not going to do much, seeing as there's no damage to follow it up.
Jupermensch getting himself a little bit too close to Nautilus there, too. I was really...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That Nautilus hook would have...
Yeah, Jupermensch and 4Pat really need to play a little bit more respectfully of this Nautilus.
Yeah, those Nautilus hooks have pretty deceptive range, but you gotta try and
deceptive
account
range,
for
and
it.
not to mention the fact that if he lands it, that means that not only are you pulled in, you're also rooted after the auto attack lands. OG Camel Rider gonna get his own blue buff. So Pigs Might Fly evening up the tower discrepancy, now pulling ahead about 900 gold.
Alright, so is Vygar not going tier like the thing now? I don't really know much about Vygar.
I don't think Vygar's build tier that much anymore.
Okay.
There have been some Rod of Ages build, there have been some Morellonomicon build, but not really a lot of people going the tier build anymore. Rembone's actually going to be the one to take away that red buff for himself. Maybe just a little bit of 1v1 power, especially since he can stick to targets and auto them for quite a while. Dredge line lands onto that minion, but here's the depth charge. Flash Gnar from Rembones. IC4 able to flash Monsoon, but it only succeeds in breaking the Banshee's Veil, Mormon Beastslayer, General Vici in there, unleashing with Rat-a-tat-tat. IC4 throws up the Locket Shield, Event Horizon to stop Mormon Beastslayer from chasing, and they do successfully disengage the fight. 4Alch is going to get rooted, he's going to be able to tunnel away. Good disengage from Jupermensch, but they are bleeding health bars right about now. Aravan going very low, Primordial Burst not available. Unfortunately, Super Mega Death Rocket blocked by Mormon Beastslayer. That's teamwork right there. But Martian Cthulhu gets the tower in the top lane, so
yeah, that
nice
whole
place.
series of events right there was a 4v5.
Yeah, IC4 about half health though. He really should not be chasing, especially since that could happen. Okay,
a little bit turned on right there.
Yeah, I don't know why you're chasing as a Janna with half health when there's still all 5 members of Pigs Might Fly alive.
Yeah.
Why are you even chasing? You just actually lost that engage.
Alright, 4 puts down a ZZ Rot in the bot lane. In my opinion, a little too close. Probably going to get taken out before it can be too useful, but perhaps they can try and make a defensive move on it. If this Orianna goes for it, she has to get in the bush unless she wards it, and that might be an opportunity for them to take her out.
Yeah, it looks like Rembone's actually building his own ZZ Rot in order to counter 4Alch's. That's a pretty smart move.
ZZ Rots are much like nuclear warfare. You know, it's like, it's just, once somebody gets one, you have to retaliate with more of them. It just, it's the end all.
It's just, it offers so much unseen pressure to your map play.
If you're not going to get one of your own, you have to make sure you get on top of taking them out as quickly as
General
you can.
Vici gonna get spotted by Prey Seeker here, but he is gonna be okay getting away. Martian Cthulhu trading onto Rembones. He does take a hyper proc and quite a bit of damage. Does not land that. I don't know what the Q is called actually.
Who's Q?
Quinn's.
I don't. It's probably not called blinding. Whatever. No, it's probably still.
Oh
called
yeah, it is
blinding
the blinding assault. You're right.
Cool. I was about to say it's probably not called that because they took off the blind, but they changed
put down a
it.
new
They
blind.
changed it. Yes. Yeah.
Right. Infinity Edge finally finished onto 4Pat. Looks like he's building towards another Zeal item, but is that really what you want here? You have a big tank Nautilus standing in front of you. You also have a very high health stacking Rembones in your face. I think the Lord Dominique's Regard would be a little bit better in this situation as his third item. You pick up the second Zeal item later on. you're just not going to be doing too much damage to the targets you can hit. So your AD carry is essentially rendered useless from this buy.
Right, both teams starting to try and get vision around Baron and moving their
Moving their
they're
wards
starting to
into
back.
the area.
Yeah, they're starting to back off though.
And Jubermensch, ooh, Aravan is not moving. 4-Outs can't see him.
It looks obvious to us, but to a poor Rek'Sai, someone standing still is basically not there. Alright, looks like the ZZ Rot was taken out, and we've got Martian Cthulhu in the bot lane trying to push out the wave. We've got 4 mid on the side of PIGZ, and Rembone's pushing out top. If he can shove up to that tower and start a fight around there and win it, then that's a Baron.
Push the minions into the tower, set up a ZZ Rot, have the pressure onto that tower, and so that they can fight somewhere else.
Yeah, he does have his completed ZZ Rot. It looks like gold-wise, we're basically even.
Yeah, essentially even at this point. The dragon spawning in about 10 seconds. Neither team has really very good vision in that area. Martian Cthulhu gonna try and zone Rembones away from the tower. He misses the Gnar, actually.
It's gonna be an important cooldown down for the next fight if it happens here in the next minute or so.
Although Martian Cthulhu taken down to about 2/3 health. He is pretty fast though. He will be able to make it to any fights that might blow out. Alright, General Vici did go invisible there.
Quinn outrunning the Frost Queen's claim active.
Yeah, he is actually spotted out by this pink ward here, so the members of Jubermensch did know that they were going to attempt to assassinate someone. Alright, Event Horizon is going to stun up Mormon V Slayer. The blue tower in the top lane does go down. Dredgeline does not land on anybody. Oh, but they trade towers, except it's an inner tower in favor of Jubermensch. Martian Cthulhu successfully split pushing. Oh, Jubermensch gets a little too close. 4-Outs gets knocked up as well. He's going to have to back away. Dredgeline is not available. So, good try by Mormon V Slayer, but no follow-up CC to keep Jubermensch locked down. They do not succeed in picking him off.
That's an important cooldown gone on the side of
Event
PIGZ Might
Horizon
Fly.
once again catching out Mormon V Slayer. He is going to get stunned up towards the end of it. You have to be careful though. General Vici is still very much a threat at this point. Jubermensch still sitting at about half health.
Jinx went ahead and completed a rapid fire cannon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, double crit item is very good on Jinx, but what are you doing when you can't do damage to their front line? A Mormon V Slayer off to the side there. Dredgeline lands on the IC4. Event Horizon goes down to zone him away, but General Vici about to unload. He's going to start unloading there. The flash away from 4-Pat, and he gets blown up by Jubermensch there. Zanya's Monsoon keeps him alive as he flashes away, and there's the zap. Oh, Shockwave pulls in all 4 of them. Event Horizon didn't stop any chase, but the crunch is going to stop down onto Jubermensch. Dredgeline pulls 4-Outs back in, and he cannot escape this one. Double kill over to Rembones. Martian Cthulhu comes in a little bit to see his team get decimated.
We saw a lot of good team play coming out from them, but that ultimate by OG Camel Rider there just chunked all of those squishes.
Yeah, and Martian Cthulhu gets caught by the Dredgeline too. He gets rooted and vaults off, but Rembone's exhausted, has to back away.
PIGZ Might Fly is likely going to get an inhib.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get an inhib for this one. A good minion wave. They have enough people here. They only lost General Vici, who admittedly is 30 carry, but it doesn't matter when you have this many people, this much of an advantage. Easy inhib over to them, and that opens the game wide up in favor of them. They do have a big wave to deal with in the top lane, but they do have a ZZ Rot pushing out the bottom lane. And it looks like General Vici will be using his Runons to push out that top lane. Actually going for the Spectre's Cowl after his 3-item core in order to try and survive some of the burst from Jubermensch. And that's something you can do when the enemy team is as squishy as Quinn, Vigard, Jinx.
You don't need quite as much damage, and that tankiness is going to go a long way for you.
Yeah, and especially since you're Twitch, you're autoing the front line, you're still autoing the back line. Doing quite a bit of damage with this flat armor penetration against a very squishy team of Jubermensch. I think that their team comp can work, but they're not making very good use of it.
Yeah, and that last fight, I mean, we saw what happens if they fail to keep PIGZ Might Fly off their back line. Orianna landed a 4-man ult basically ending the fight.
Yeah. Just immediately blew up 2 people, and Jubermensch was able to get jumped on by Gnar immediately afterwards.
Alright, both teams starting to come up and dance around Baron, trying to play the vision game, see who can get control of it.
Well, the control is very firmly in favor of,
Jubermensch, it looks like right now. Well, no,
Actually,
they
no,
both
I was
have a
gonna
lot
say-
of wards, actually. Like, they both have
Pigs
quite a
Might
few
Fly
wards moving
definitely
on
have the advantage in terms of vision control in the area. The only problem is they've given up positional advantage, but no team really wants to stick around, so both teams kind of just playing chicken around here. They have a ZZ route to deal with in the bottom lane eventually on the side of Pigs Might Fly.
Oh, looks like they're going to try and bait a death bush on this pink ward here.
Yeah, and they've done this a couple times now. They're not moving, so 4Alch has no idea how long are they willing to sit around here. General Vici
Trying to
very
bait.
obviously trying to bait, though.
Yeah, now they're all seen.
Alright, they are going to secure the Scuttle Crab. No, actually stolen away by the Smite of 4Alch, so good play by the jungler of Jubermensch there.
Scuttle Crab's pretty important to pick up whenever you're in a really
Alright,
close
so
situation
see,
like this.
again, there's no need to use Event Horizon there. It's just a cooldown you've wasted, and 4Out's going to get caught by the Dredge line. He is going to have Event Horizon back up there.
Did an alright amount of damage to
Alright,
his shield.
Rembo's going to teleport into the bottom lane because Martian Cthulhu had pushed the big wave into that tower there. Good play by Jubermensch to keep them interested long enough for Martian Cthulhu to push that wave in. Unfortunately, the teleport used, but that does give teleport advantage to the side of Jubermensch should they both be in the bottom lane.
Both of their teleports are up, and Quinn in general is a pretty map mobile champion.
Yeah, and they need to continue to leverage their split push advantage that they have with Martian Cthulhu. Quinn generally better at pushing into the tower than Gnar. So really, you're not trying to look for any 5v5 team fights. You want Quinn to continue pushing the waves out. You want to use IC4 and Jubermensch's ability to disengage the fight should they engage on you. And you just want to try and keep Pigs Might Fly moving around the map slower than you are. Oh, but actually they are starting off this Baron here. Gnar was in the bottom lane, he has no teleport, and there's no vision on the side of Pigs Might Fly until right about now. They are going to drop a ward in there. No, actually, he doesn't actually get the ward in until that blue ward goes down at the very end. They pick up the Baron essentially for free. That was a great Baron call by the side of Jubermensch. Lull in vision on the side of Pigs Might Fly, a lull. They back away to clear out those waves. Rembone's teleported to the bottom lane and was still down there. They easily pick up this Baron. Now, what can they do with it? A ZZ Rot pushing out the bottom lane for Pigs Might Fly. They do secure the Scuttle Crab around this Elder Dragon. Will they start it up? They only have one dragon, so it's not going to be the most impactful of Elders, but they are setting up a Death Brush here. Martian Cthulhu pushing in the top lane. He does still have his teleport. Alright, so Rembones and Aravan going to be the two to start off this Baron, while the remaining 3 members continue to set up in this Death Brush. IC4 is going to walk right into it. He's going to Shockwave only him, but the Gnar pulls him in, and Mormon Beast Slayer gets onto Jubermensch, who flashes away. He Zanya's the Depth Charge and the Dredge line, but he is going to get caught here. Eventually go down, Event Horizon goes down. He's not going to be able to secure anyone. 2 down for Jubermensch means that,
This
big
Elder Dragon might go
advantage there.
over, but in the top lane, Martian Cthulhu looks like he's going to be able to pick up this inhib.
yeah, he is, and the members of Pigs Might Fly not even going for the Elder Dragon as this happens. Martian Cthulhu able to secure the inhib. Is he going to make it out of there?
He flashes.
4Out is doing his best to keep the fight from breaking out, but 4-Pack gets caught by the Dredge line. Poor positioning again by the AD carry of Jubermensch. Walks right into the big Nautilus and does no damage to him because he's not even building towards the Last Whisper right now. He's building towards Bloodthirster.
We're not going to be able to see... We weren't able to see what happened to the top lane there, but Martian
Looks like-
Cthulhu
yeah.
got into his Valor form, started going away, and when the Q came out from Gnar, he flashed it and soared right out of there.
Yeah,
Picking up an inhib.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to stop the recalls and the escape from the members of Pigs Might Fly, but they hugely overcommitted to that.
A lot of wave clear there on
Poor
the side
Pat
of,
moved
Quinn.
way too close in, just walked right up to the Mormon Beast Slayer Nautilus to get picked off. There's no reason for that to happen.
4Pat's gonna be up in 3 seconds, and that's gonna mean all 10 players on the Rift will be up. But before he's gonna be able to get to this dragon, we might see PIGZ take it down.
Might go down a little bit. This is actually going down pretty slowly. It's about half. 4Pat now on his way. The Super Magnetic Rocket coming through is going to get blocked up by Mormon Beast Slayer. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage. 4Ouch did get in there, but the early smite means that it's secured by General Vici. And Jubimich walks too close again! Why is he doing that?
Got a little too close.
Wait,
once again.
no, way too close. There's no reason for him to even come into that area. They were clearly not getting ready to fight for that one. So why go in when you've already lost your jungler and did not successfully get the smite steal?
Yeah,
Rembo's gonna recall to clear out that big minion wave in the top while they retake this inhib.
If PIGZ play it right, they could.
Oh, and
try
4Pat
win it
catches the
here.
dredge line once again, and the ball is there. He goes down immediately. Shockwave not available, but it doesn't matter. 80 carry's dead. They're gonna see if they can end it here.
Yeah, Rek'Sai's down for 10 more seconds. They should
Yeah,
be able to
this
get at
is-
least a Nexus turret or two.
Yeah, dredge line is gonna go wide, but General Vici unloading onto this tower. He does have the Elder burning away on it, as well as the red buff. That's double burn. This is gonna be the game for PIGZ might fly. Shockwave pulls an IC4, and he is not gonna go down. Martian Cthulhu gonna try and shut him down. He does manage to take out OG Camel Rider. Mormon Beast Slayer backing away. Members of PIGZ might fly actually forced away, but they did take both Nexus towers.
Sitting
Okay.
top lane, put down a ZZ Rot portal to try and help slow down that Super Minion wave, but Super Minions definitely trump ZZ Rot. It helps stall it a little bit, but sometimes that can actually work out not in your favor. If it slows down the minion wave a little bit, it can actually
builds
pile up into a bigger wave.
Yeah. Rembone's actually... Whoa, Super Mega Death Rocket very close to catching out Mormon Beast Slayer there. I'm not actually sure if it would have killed. Seeing as there's no armor penetration or anything like that on the side of 4Pat, I don't know what he's building here. I mean, I do know what he's building here. He's building a Bloodthirster.
Getting a
But
Bloodthirster, but
why, when you're not doing damage anyway? Just like the positioning of the 80 carry of Jubimich here has really been called out in this game. And Rembone's the quiet hero on the side of PIGZ might fly 704. We didn't actually point him out, but he's doing a great job. Flame Horizon on the side of General Vici. He has 119 CS lead over 4Pat right now. Yeah. Banshee's Veil finished on the side of General Vici as well. He does not want to get blown up again.
yeah. General Vici and Erevan both top lane. If they show, JUE might try and take a bot side tower. See what
Rembone's
they
actually
can...
might get caught here. It's a 1v2 for a little bit, but he's actually just gonna walk away. Wow. Okay. Rembone's actually going for a very aggressive Gnar build. You generally see the Black Cleaver Frozen Mallet as a damage core. Sometimes you even opt for only one of those two items in favor of building tankier. But he's gone for both. He's gone for the Maw of Malmortius. He's also gone for the Sterax Gauge, which is a very offensive...
Just gonna throw it out there. Probably don't build Maw and Sterix. They removed the ability to get
the
both
passives
shields.
don't stack.
You do get both passives. You can get the base AD increase and the lifesteal, but you only get one shield or the other.
Yeah.
If one shield procs, the other one won't happen, but you get both passives. So it's not optimal, really.
And also, I just don't think Sterax Gauge is really that great on Gnar anyway.
Yeah, back when Sterix Gauge was a bit more of a must-buy on so many champions before the nerfs, one of the ways they tried to bring Gnar back into favor when he wasn't very good was by buffing some of his base AD stats to make him an even more favorable pick for stance, but that was before the Sterix.
I mean, they're winning, so he is able to build this aggressively, but in general, I would recommend just going for more tank items after your Black Cleaver Frozen Mallet. That's more than enough damage that you need out of a Gnar.
Probably, well, I was gonna say probably building Aranduins against this Jinx, but
I mean,
it would be pretty effective right now considering she doesn't have any armor pen.
Yeah, especially. Oh, Banner of Command now also built on the side of Erevan. They do have double AD carries, so not too much of a big deal. Just if they let that Benner command minion wave build up, then it can start pushing
Between
down
his
towers.
constant wave pushing and his ZZ Route portal, Rembones has picked up 388 CS.
Yeah,
Most
highest in the
CS in the game by one. Yeah, by one. General Vici having a lot of wave clear.
PIGZ might fly
Picking them
doing a
off.
significantly better job of clearing out the vision of Jubermensch. They have so many more wards on the map than Jubermensch here.
Yeah, both teams have been playing pretty safely the past little bit. The next fight could very easily determine the game, so both teams a little bit
Very
scared,
hesitant. They
little
don't want to.
cautious.
They don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the one who makes the mistake that loses your team the game. And so Guardian Angel picked up for Alchier. He's a full tank 6-item Rek'Sai.
All right, we've got bait bushes galore.
Yeah.
Trying to get
And
vision
that's
in
gonna
these bushes
happen.
here.
That's
and-
going to happen every time because PIGZ Might Fly have such superior vision control. They know that there's no vision because they did go through and sweep the entire area.
All right, they're shoving down mid, but the
Yeah.
blue inhib just respawned. We'll see if they try to go for it, if they want to go for the Baron first here.
Questionable decision to go the Dead Man's Play on this Rek'Sai. You're going full tank, so why would you not go for the Randuins to avoid... Oh, never mind. Dredge line onto 4-Ouch means the Depth Charge lands onto Jubermensch. He spreads away from 4-Pat to prevent that. The Zanya's from OG Camel Rider. The teleport coming in. Shockwave pulls in 4-Pat, and he's going to go down. The Primordial Burst does take out Mormon Beast Slayer, but that's all they've gotten now. Rembone's here now. He's going to Zanya's as the Event Horizon goes down, and he is going to get Slash away from... They lose the AD carry, they lose their inhib, there's no Nexus Towers. That means that PIGZ is definitely going to be ending this one. Surely, General Vici just autoing it down. He's got the focus. 4-Ouch going to try and stop him. Martian Cthulhu misses a lot of abilities, and it doesn't matter because the game goes over to PIGZ Might Fly.
This is a close into the game there. I really think that if Jinx had more armor pin at the end of the game there,
she
would
wasn't
have
even
been able
building.
to
She
milk.
wasn't even building.
she was
towards
going-
it.
yeah,
She
she
was
was getting
going
a
for the
GA.
Guardian Angel.
If she had a bit more damage against that Nautilus there, that fight could have turned a much different way. Nautilus was trapped by the Event Horizon, taking tons of damage from her and Vigar, but Vigar was doing more damage to Nautilus than Jinx was.
Yeah.
And he's even the one to finish him off with the Primordial Burst. But anyway,
Do we get match history?
good side on both.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe we get
Ah,
match history.
no.
You can go back over to the camera. Oh,
That's
nope,
not-
That's right there.
It's this
pre-game.
This one.
Yep.
Haha. All right, so we don't get to see post game stats. I guess we could try and look it up here.
Yeah, we'll pull it up.
All right.
Just did that button. There you go.
I just wanted to.
I was just gonna let you pull it up.
Well, why would we do it here? Why wouldn't?
Oh, it can show it to you. That's fine. Do it your way.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it my way. There it is.
Showed it.
All right. Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here we go. Here are the post-game stats from that game. Again, Rembone's on that Gnar. 704, unsung hero. We didn't really mention him, but he was doing a lot of work in those fights. And yeah, the damage from Jinx significantly lower than most of the other members in the game.
Yeah, Vigar did the most damage in the game by a pretty hefty margin.
That's gonna happen every
Yeah.
time, though. This is Vigar we're talking about. Yeah, even the Nautilus, who built full tank until the very end when he picked up this Sheen, he did almost as much damage as that Jinx.
All in all, a pretty low kill game for how long it went on. It's kind of funny to see how little damage to champions a lot of these champions have relative to how long the game went on, and look at their damage just dealt like to minions and stuff in there, and they're like over 300,000.
There was a whole lot of stalling because the teams didn't want to
a lot of kiting, pushing, objective dancing.
Yeah, make any mistakes, and good split pushing on the side of Martian Cthulhu. He did get quite a bit done across the map in favor of Jubermensch, but unfortunately not able to pull it out.
Yeah, I think some positioning differences out of the Vigar, Jubermensch on Vigar, and some item build order and item choices differently out of 4-Pat could have potentially swayed the game.
Yep. Alright, so that will be the end of our first game. Again, these are best of 3 series that the teams are playing. We are just happen to pick one of the games, which reflects the winner of the entire series, obviously.
Yes. So this game, this was their best of 3 series. This game was 2 games. PIGZ Might Fly took both. This was what we thought was the better of the two to stream.
Okay. All right. So we will take a short break. We're going to hit stop streaming. We're going to go back to the standby screen, and we'll get back to you with the second game, which will be, what is the second game?
Oh, you can, if you go to the camera.
Okay.
It'll
it
remind
will
you.
tell us. Okay, so
Yeah.
the next game will be
Freelance
5 versus the Furious Tomato Dragons. I don't know how I'm going to get through that. All right. Stay with us. We'll see you in just a few minutes.